Hello everyone. So this is the longer version of the watercolor wash technique you saw in my previous video. This is also a little time lapsed because otherwise the video would have gone more than 5-6 hours. So basically I'm just going to explain how the process went through. So I'm starting by just adding some few drops of water to my watercolor cakes. I'll be mostly using these cakes for this drawing. Now, the very first step is you add some water behind the drawing, behind that paper. And with that, we just let it stick with the surface, the board on which you're mounting the paper. This is just to keep the paper moist all the time. And you can take a screenshot if you want to replicate the same drawing. I believe it is dark enough, but when you're working with pencil on a watercolor paper, don't use your eraser on top of it, or also don't use your pencil really dark. So the first step is I'll be adding colors to the whole drawing. um, it's not just going to be one single wash for this drawing, different colors for different parts of the drawing. The only thing that you need to keep in mind is you have to dilute your color with some water so that it looks transparent and lighter. We do this so that when in future we'll be adding more layers of the color, you'll be able to create some gradation over there and you will get a beautiful transparent effect in your art. Also, try to use natural hair brushes because they're very softer and the paper that we are using is really delicate. Now, talking about the paper, I'm using a 300 GSM paper. It is 100% cotton. So, 100% cotton paper just allows the paper to stay wet for a longer time. It has good retention for water. Also, the color will also not dry really fast so that there are no lines and creases formed because of the brush strokes. So that is one advantage. Also for wash paintings, it is a believable. It is actually good to go with 100% cotton paper. So while you're coloring, you should always keep a check on the back side of the paper. If it is dried up, you should add more water over there. This is to fix the color to this paper, and that is how the value of the painting increase. The more layer of colors we add on top of it, the more color fixing happens over there. It is going to increase the shine of the painting. It is going to increase the value of the painting. So make sure the paper is always moist from the back side. Also, colors should be transparent. Any color that you are switching between, dilute it with water and then add it onto the paper. Keep your brushes clean. Have two tubs of water, one for washing the brushes and one for taking water for the watercolors. So you get plain water and there is no mixing with the colored water. So these are a few things you should always remember. Also, these kind of paintings, they take a lot of time, so have a lot of patience and enjoy the process. It took me around 6 to 7 hours to complete this painting, not at stretch, but over the period of few days. And it also requires a lot of drying time because the paper is really wet. It feels like a fabric only at certain steps when there is a lot of color and water on it. Okay, so I believe so far everything is clear. um, if you're choosing any other motif over here, try to have something which has closed boundaries or like a proper motif, nothing flowy over there, because maybe if this is your first wash painting, have defined outlines and defined areas to color, so that is just going to give you better results. And then later on you can always experiment. Once you know the process, then yes, go ahead and create your own methods and use these techniques the way you want. So here I'm almost done with the first layer of colors. You will see there is no shading over here. I'm just adding plain colors, and the consistency of color is lighter, transparent. That is a very important thing to remember, and that is something that can make your drawing look good or bad. So yes, we are done so far. Now, you need to wash the painting. I forgot to record that step, but you need to just completely dip the painting in water and use a brush to remove excess water from the surface, and then let it dry for around 10 to 12 hours. Let it sit overnight and get it completely dried up. And then once the paper is ready, you are again going to add water to the backside of the papers and just mount it on your board. And we are ready to start with a little bit of shading, adding a second layer of color on top of the paper. Now you will see that the colors have gone a little lighter than before because all the extra color has been washed out completely from the paper. Now this color is the base. It will not change. It will not get mixed with the second layer of color that I'm adding. Also, by adding water, it is not going to get activated. So this is the beauty of wash technique. You are fixing color onto the surface of the paper. So it's a little tricky thing. It comes with a little bit of experimentation. It comes with a little bit of experience. So yes, don't expect your very first wash painting to do like beautiful, amazing things for you. But yes, use that first painting as your ABCD, the first step, and then gradually with practice, you can obviously get better with wash technique. So okay, here you see that I'm adding the second layer of color. Now here the color is a little bit thicker also, not that liquidy as we used in the very first layer, so that you can create that little effect of shadows everywhere. Like here I'm diluting the color with just water. I'm blending it with just water. I haven't used white colors till now, and for making the color lighter, I'm just using water and diluting it. That's a simple step. um, I earlier also mentioned used natural hair brushes because this paper is really soft, and those natural sorry the synthetic brushes, they are a little bit harsher on these kind of papers. So if you can manage, go with natural hair brushes. Okay, so continuing over here, just keep on adding shadow on every part of the drawing. Wherever you feel the light is falling, you will just add that shadow. This is not the time when you add more details. This is again the second layer of color. So just a little highlight is what we need. Now once the paper dries up again, we're going to wash it. So this time I did not forget to record, somehow I managed. So you first will wet the back side of the paper, let it stick on the surface of the board, and then just add water on top of it. Use a softer brush, a big thick wash brush, and just run it over the paper so that all the excess color is like removed from the top, and the color which needs to be fixed is going to get fixed on the surface of the paper. Just wash your drawing 2 or 3 times like this, and that's it. That's the washing technique. You will see I'm just running my brush on top of it so that any extra color should not stay on top. Why is that step important? Because when we apply the next layer of color, it should not get blended with the base colors. That's why we need to remove all the excess color. Then allow it to dry for again at 8 to 10 hours, and then it is now ready for step 3. Add water to the back side of the paper like we did before, and then prep it up with some good amount of water and let it stick on the surface of the board. Now you just take your brush, and this time you will add more details, more shading to the paper. using the same watercolor cakes, and this time again, the thickness of the color will increase and the quantity of water will be less on the palette. So thicker color this time, and start with the shading part. Add details in this layer. So what I did here is I created one tone darker, and I'm adding it so that you will see that a little three-dimensional effect is created. The color is still not very thick, but it is thicker than the previous shade. So what I did here is I created a tone darker than the base, right? So when you create a tone darker, it is obviously darker, but still you don't add a lot of whites to it. You can adjust the amount of water you need in it, because the shade is darker in itself. Even if you add water, it will still stay darker. So that is what I did. Because again, you see, if the top layer is super dark and if it is super thick, there is no point of adding those two layers which we did before. So the third layer of shading will add a beautiful effect to your drawing. The 3D-ness that you want to achieve will come after the third wash. The brightness of the color you will see is getting increased in every step. And that is how you're fixing color to your watercolor paper. Again, keep in mind the back side of the paper should be wet always. Whenever you feel that the paper is getting, um, you know, like it is rising above the board, it is not easily getting stuck, it is moving a little bit, that means it's an indication that the water has evaporated or the surface is dried up. So just take your big brush, some clean water, and run it behind the paper. And then just go back to your drawing, use the colors that you were using. Wherever you needed a darker tone, go ahead with a darker shade, and give good highlights to your drawing at this stage. Now you will see that the base color is actually binded. It is not getting disturbed by any overlaying color or water. The only thing that we are doing here is adding a darker tone and using water to spread it to evenly blend it with the bottom layer. So it's basically forming a different layer on top of it. Also, just keep in mind that you have to keep on adding water to the back side of the paper so that the moisture in the paper doesn't run out, and it should not feel dry. By the third layer, as you can see now, the brightness of the color, see, it is so beautiful and still has the softness in it. But to get the extreme level of softness in the picture, like what the Indian wash watercolor technique is supposed to be, there is one last step that we need to add after this. So as soon as you're done with this, let it dry for some time, and then it is ready for its wash. So one more time, we're going to add water on top of it, and we completely wet the paper and let it dry again for some time. And now is the time we prepare the color wash. Now color wash is a thick concentration of the color which will run throughout the drawing. So here I'm taking white, orange and yellow ochre, a little bit of crimson, and then I'm just going to mix it with water. Here again it should be a oil like thickness. So just mix the colors and water. Here the color needs to be more in quantity than water so that it doesn't feel transparent. It has to be a thick color. Now once you're happy with the consistency of the color, we'll take a big mop brush or a big flat brush, add water to the backside of the paper first, and then we'll add a layer of water to the front of the paper again. Now this drawing has already been washed, so the color is fixed. It's not going to get disturbed by addition of any water. It is not going to run. So we'll just add a layer of water on top of this paper. You can see that shine coming on top of the paper, that is the water that I'm adding. And then it's time to add that color, the thick wash color that we prepared, all over the drawing. So again, the same mob brush, and that's the first layer of color I added, and then quickly add the whole color on top of it. Cover the whole drawing. As you can see in the picture, it got a wash of color. So this is called the color wash. This is going to add good softness to the whole drawing. Let it dry overnight, and then next day, again, this is a tray filled with water. I'm just dipping in the um, drawing in it, and all the extra color again will come out of it. You will see how soft the drawing looks even right now, and how beautifully it has softened down a layer. um so yes, this is basically the thick wash, and just wash it properly. It is such a satisfying process when you see the drawing is almost to its completion, and how wonderfully the color has been fixed onto the paper. So once this is done, again we are going to let it dry for like 8 to 10 hours, and then is the final detailing process. Now at this point I am not adding any water to the back side of the paper or on the front side. This is just for the final details, like you draw the hairs, you draw details in the jewelry, you add the final detail on the prison, or the cage, not the prison, the cage where we have the parrots, the feathers on the parrots, and the detailing on the dress. So something like that, you can just work over here. The thickness of the color is according to your requirement. There's no particular measure how much water you need to add at this point, or how much color pigment you need to take. So it all depends what kind of detailings you're adding. And that's it. Work with fine liners and just complete the drawing the way you want it to have. Now this is the final stage. Again, after this the drawing is complete. We are not going to give any more of water washes. And yes, just um, look at the final product now. So by now the drawing is done with watercolors, and but me being me, I'm just going to add a little hint of sparkle to this drawing. And it is just something additional I'm doing. It is not the traditional way to complete. Traditionally this drawing is done here. This is the final product, but I'm taking these metallic watercolors that I have, and I'm just going to add a little bit shine to the dress, to the ornaments, to the cage. That's it, a tiny like motif on the carpet that she's sitting on. So it's just something additional I'm doing on my drawing, just because I have those colors. Otherwise the drawing is complete. So yeah, you can see. And obviously if you have the sparkly effect, it's going to look beautiful. So yes, let's just work on this, add those sparkle, glitter on the surface of this. Again, I'm not using a lot of water over here. This is just purely pigment and a little highlight here and there. So this is my beautiful watercolor wash technique painting. I had a lot of fun making this. I hope you enjoyed the process and you're also going to try this out. And if you do, please let me know how this process worked for you. If you had any trouble working with wash techniques, do let me know. I'll be creating more videos based on this process, so that the process of wash technique becomes easier for you. So okay, so that's it for today. Happy painting to everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.